This is USNH Naples Hospital Hotspot with Lieutenants Kate Rooney and Kyle Brown. Brought to you from the atrium at US Naval Hospital, Naples, Italy.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, May 15th, 2014, and I'm Lieutenant Kate Rooney.
And I'm Lieutenant Kyle Brown, and you're watching this week's edition of Hospital Hotspot, our bi-weekly news program that brings you the latest news, events, and features from USNH Naples.
Later in the program today, we will bring you a special segment on RelayHealth, our electronic messaging service that provides patients with a secure way to email their healthcare team for non-urgent concerns, increasing effective and efficient communication between patients and their providers. But now, let's bring you in the news and on the calendar.
In the news this week, USNH Naples hosted a National Nurses Week celebration last Thursday that included a cake cutting in honor of the Navy Nurse Corps' 106th birthday, which is today, May 13th. Starting with only 20 nurses, the Navy Nurse Corps has evolved, but it has maintained its original mission to care for the minds and bodies of sailors and Marines on land and sea. Throughout history, you will find that Navy nurses have cared for our shipmates during peace and in times of war. Navy nurses have served all over the world and have treated American service members of all branches, allied forces, family members, and civilians in harm's way and in various combat environments, as well as disaster sites on board ships and at home. This marks 106 years of serving the most deserving patients. The event was hosted by the Naples Area Nurses Association and served as a wonderful tribute to the contribution of nurses, civilian and active duty alike, across Navy medicine. Are you interested in making a big change in your life? Need some support in reducing your depression, anxiety, or anger? Or maybe you're looking for ways to enhance your ability to problem solve and manage stress. USNH Naples is starting a new Mind Over Mood group workshop starting on May 21st. If you are interested, please make an appointment with your primary care manager or contact the Behavioral Health Clinic at DSN 629-6306. That's all for In the News. Lieutenant Rooney has this week's on the calendar.
On May 21st, during lunch hours, the Staff Education and Training Department will be holding a Staff Education and Training Department Expo in the hospital atrium. The SETD staff will have tables showcasing what we have to offer, the staff here at USNH Naples, including what life support courses we offer, our expeditionary medicine courses, continuing education programs, Swank Health, the Loner Library, as well as the Command Annual Training System. A tuition assistance representative will also be available and present to answer questions and provide information on how to take advantage of that great opportunity. USNH Naples will be participating in a base-wide disaster drill on Thursday, May 29th. Outpatient clinics will be closed as usual, and there will be no disruption to emergency or inpatient services during the drill. Participation in these sorts of large-scale exercises allows the hospital to test its response preparedness and give the staff an opportunity to practice the vital skills that are required if and when a disaster strikes. USNH Naples has announced the date for its upcoming Change of Command celebration. Captain Matthew W. Palmer Jr. will turn over command of the hospital to Captain Barth E. Merrill during an outdoor ceremony on Wednesday, June 18th. Most outpatient services will be closed that day. However, access to the emergency department, the multi-service ward, pharmacy, and lab will remain available. Stay tuned to Hospital Hotspot, Facebook, and the Panorama newspaper for more on the expected service disruptions associated with the change of command. That's all for this week's In the News and on the calendar. Now let's take a closer look into RelayHealth.
My name is Rhonda Sterner, and I'm the Military Health Account Manager for RelayHealth. This is the most convenient way to get a hold of your care team for urgent and non-emergent medical, discussion, no telephone tag, and it's really a time saver for all providers, staff, and the patients.
My name is Stephanie Ogle. I have used RelayHealth when I came to Naples, and I've used it for refills, and I've used it as well for quick questions I have for my physician, and debating whether there are things I need to come into to see the physician one-on-one or see a nurse, or if it's something that he can just answer quickly, or perhaps put in for like a lab that I need to come in for. So that's what I've used it majority for, and I find it very helpful.
The greatest benefit for patients using RelayHealth is actually being able to email their provider and their care team at any time during the day or even the evening when it's most convenient for the patients, so that they are able to have that communication with them and decide whether or not, either make a request or decide whether or not that if the patient actually needs to come in, or something can be just handled via this secure messaging.
I think the ability to easily get in touch with your provider, your physician, your nurse practitioner, your PA, and the medical team. For them, they can get in touch with us for the easy things that don't need a visit, getting lab results, maybe asking for a refill of a medication, things like that. It's just easy access.
I think one of the most unique features in RelayHealth is that there is a web visit feature. And the web visit is like an online virtual visit, office visit, that the patient can answer a series of questions. The care team can take a look at that, make an assessment whether the patient needs to come in or whether this is something they can handle by prescribing a medication or giving some instruction to the patient, and then they can certainly follow up afterwards.
I think it is a time saver. I use it a lot, like if I'm quick on the go, I work a full-time job, I have a little baby, and I'm busy with family life, and so if I don't have to come into the doctor, or if I don't have to call 3 people to figure out how to get my refilled in, it definitely is a time saver, which I think is very useful.
US Hospital Naples has actually done a fantastic job in getting their patients online comparative to the rest of the Navy. It is very important because it's an OCONUS site, and phone numbers they end up changing all the time, but people's emails don't change that often. So really that communication between the care team and their patients is very important. They've done a very nice job in getting their patients connected.
I think it's very useful though, and I think that more people should use it. I think it's a huge benefit to our Navy hospital.
Oh, I think it speeds things up. There's a lot of efficiency to be gained by using it. No waiting on the phone, sending messages or asking questions and getting answers within 3 days.
Well, the future is definitely bright. So what the future is we've rolled out Army, Navy, and Air Force and all their primary care managers, and now we are looking at rolling out certain specialties. It's part of the reason why we're here. So definitely coming soon to US Naval Hospital Naples will be some specialties that'll come on board.
That's all for us today on Hospital Hotspot. Remember, you can always keep up with USNH Naples by following us on Facebook. We'll be back on May 26th with our next edition. Until then, for USNH Naples Public Affairs Office, I'm Lieutenant Kyle Brown.
And I'm Lieutenant Kate Rooney, and we'll continue to lead the change to better health.